What's going on, guys? Black Scout Survival, and today we're doing another watch review. A few weeks ago we did the Pro Trek Casio smartwatch, and in the comments section a lot of guys ask about a mechanical version. You know, we're a big fan of G-Shock. We did this review of this G-Shock before, and I'll put links to all these review videos below. This is a quartz movement, obviously relies on a battery, and a lot of people in the comments wanted to know if we could recommend a automatic watch, and there's plenty of automatic watches out there that we could recommend. We're going to start off with a very affordable one. This is the Seiko 5 SNK809. The Seiko 5 series basically is an automatic watch. Usually has a date and date function. 100 or so, or some level of water resistance, a recessed crown. So you get a few things. And if you don't know what an automatic is, I'll quickly show you by removing the strap. And we'll talk about the strap in a second, because this strap does not come on this watch. But an automatic movement, essentially, for you guys that don't know much about watches, it has a rotor or weight in here that moves throughout the day as you move your wrist, and it winds a spring, and that spring powers the watch. So it never needs batteries, and you can see that movement there. Never needs batteries, and it's always kind of charging the watch, which is can be very beneficial in a grid down scenario, apocalyptic event, where you can't get energy or batteries. So huge benefit. The Seiko 5 is like a military field watch design, and you can see it puts an emphasis on the minutes here. So 5-minute increments on the outside of the watch. So for timing, operations, missions, things like that. And then on the inside you have the normal time. So they put a big emphasis on the 5-minute increments, which obviously if you're doing something that's time sensitive, and 5-minute markers really do place a big emphasis on it. So this is a field watch. I think it's a 37 millimeters is the 37 millimeters with 11 millimeters thickness. So a field watch is typically, military watches are a little bit smaller than like something like a dive watch. I'll kind of put it here, put a few dive watches here. So we have a Rolex Submariner here, probably one of the most popular watches on the planet. It's also an automatic movement watch, so it charges throughout the day. And then this is another dive watch, the Paradive, which is a military type dive watch. The thing about dive watches is they have, they're very water resistant. They have a unidirectional bezel. Military field watches do not have a bezel. And basically that's for, for your time underwater. The Rolex is much more expensive, but there's a reason why. It's built with much higher quality materials, and will last, lifetimes. You'll pass this down, and everybody knows what a Rolex is across the whole planet, so you can pretty much exchange this and barter this for plane tickets home if you need to. But anyhow, automatic watch. This is got a complication on as a date. So complications for you guys that don't know is anything other than the time. So we have a date and date function here on this one. Now if you look at something like this, the Omega Speedmaster, this is the Solar Impulse version, which is a pilot's watch. So it's built from titanium and rubber and carbon fiber to be extremely lightweight, because it's a solar powered plane that these guys were flying. This has a ton of complications. We have chronograph, like a stopwatch. We have a GMT, where you see that little airplane, and that can count or keep track of time from other time zones, or just 24-hour time, military time. And then we have a date function there. So this, you see, this has a lot of complications, and there's watches with even more types of complications out there. But for most guys, time is what you need, and then a day and date. So this has a stainless steel body, hexalite crystal, which isn't sapphire like something like on a, sorry, let me get it in focus. Not like something you get on a Rolex or a higher end watch, but it'll do the job. You can get it for this watch for about $75. I've seen it up and down. I've seen it as low as $60 and as much as $90. You can get a few different color combinations. And this has the Seiko Caliber 7 S26 automatic movement with 40-hour power reserve. So 40 hours if you just sit it down. If it stops moving, you just have to shake it and it'll wind it back up. Some watches you can wind this Seiko movement, you cannot. You just do what they call a Seiko shake. 100 meters water resistance, so you can, you know, kind of get wet. I wouldn't say it's a dedicated dive watch or anything like that, but you can get it wet. The 21 jewel movement, you can see that there. I'm sorry, it's hard Lex, mineral crystal, not hexalite, hard Lex. But it feels pretty good. You got a lollipop second hand there with a red little indicator tip there. But let me show you the luminescence on it. Use a black light. You can kind of see there. So you have those 5-minute increments that are lit up, and as well as the hands and that little lollipop in the back of the second hand. But overall, this is a great watch, a great introductory watch into automatics if you're, you know, just getting into automatic movement watches. Or it could be your only watch. You know, you can dress it up, dress it down. It comes with this kind of horrible strap here, and it's kind of a fake NATO. Feels terrible. What we have here is the new Black Scout Marine Diver strap. And so the Marine Diver is based off of the French Marine Nationale straps. And so the French Marines, paratroopers, they were cutting this type of material, this elastic material, off of their parachutes and making straps in this color pattern that were on their parachutes, and making their dive straps for their issued dive watches. I think at the time they were Doxa, however you pronounce it, dive watches. And so they'd make those elastic bands and the straps for their dive watches. So the traditional ones have a buckle and clasp design, which I hate. I like the traditional NATO. So if I lose a pin, let's say a pin pops, I don't lose my watch, right? It still retains the watch. And also, the Marine Nationale with the buckle does not allow for a compass, whereas ours does, which is based off of, you know, NATO. So you can see we got the Black Scout on the clasp there, and this has some level of stretch to it, so it's super comfortable. You're not gonna get fatigued from wearing this strap like a traditional NATO. So another benefit of the strap, something we designed for this, you got the traditional Marine Nationale straps, and then you also have this Desert Marine Nationale strap here type. And we have these on our website, obviously already on sale. But in the top here, we had a pocket made for our Delta handcuff key. So that way you have some redundancy in your gear, and you have a extra handcuff key there hidden. They don't come with a handcuff key, you have to buy it. You can kind of put whatever you want there. But super comfortable strap. Seiko 5, highly recommended. Getting in automatic watches, something that's, you know, doesn't need battery power or solar power or being charged like this watch. Great buy, $75, give or take a few dollars. And you can get, like I said, a few different colors of this. And you can get this strap online. We'll put the link to Amazon below for this watch. We'll put the link to our site for these straps below. But anyhow, guys, leave any questions or comments below. And if you'd like to see more watch reviews, let us know. Anyhow, guys, thanks for watching Black Scout Survival.